What's cracking, everybody? XehrFelrose here, bringing you some Pokemon Go battling content, and in today's video we're taking a look at an awesome ABB team featuring Greninja, constructed by SamSquatch0979. Thank you, my man, so much for sending in these battles for Shoutcast. If you'd like to submit battles to the channel for Shoutcasting trainers, you can do so. I have a link in the description for a Google form you can fill out as well in the pinned comment. And this is just a simple ABB team, but it really has to be effective here, I imagine, for poliwrath to draw out the grasses and the charmers, and then Greninja sweeps with a Gliscor, just core breaking things on the lead. So let's get into these games here and see how Sam Squatch goes about playing this team in the Ultra League. In the first game, we've got a really awkward lead here against a Gyarados, and it's sporting Dragon Breath, so you have to stay in, I suppose, and go for the Night Slash here. Earthquake being double resisted is not going to be damage that you want to see. So staying in here, hoping that we can hopefully just, get the Gyarados down low enough, catching maybe an Earthquake, or not Earthquake, oh my goodness, Aqua Tail or a Crunch. I'm looking at the Gliscor and I'm thinking, Earthquake, Earthquake, Earthquake. Okay, opponent has a Toxicroak and they bring it in here as the anti-fighter. Again, this is a good way to draw out something that's weak to Greninja. Poliwrath and Greninja do share quite a few weaknesses in the Ultra League here, being that especially they're weak to Charm, both weak to Grass, and that is going to bring the Toxicroak very low, but the opponent knowing very full well the bulk of their own Toxicroak. Very well done by the opponent, not shielding that Scald. Or maybe they thought it wouldn't KO, but either way, Gliscor is going to get a small energy lead here, and that's really nice for the Gyarados matchup because the Gyarados threw its energy into the Poliwrath, or honestly, didn't have a choice. But oh my goodness, this team is full of core breakers, dude. You got an Abomasnow in the back, too. This is dangerous. All right, Gliscor has to stay in here. No, he doesn't. Gliscor is going to swap out with two shields. We're hoping Greninja can come in and sweep the day. So, shield. Don't call in the weather. I'm just going to let the game play itself at this point. Goodness, calling that weather ball was huge. But the opponent very likely to bait there because Sam Squatch has two shields. So I guess that does make some sense, but put me in my place as the Shoutcaster here. I don't know what I'm doing. Getting a boost here. Greninja getting ready to sweep, and we're going for the weather ball shield here, but that's fine. I think you have to shield it at this point. Going for some really good timing there. The opponent throwing it for. Hopefully that's not going to be the energy ball. It is the energy ball, so that's a good shield here. Going for almost a farm down, but throwing on alignment, unfortunately, but I think you have to at this point just to prevent yourself from taking too much extra damage. Night Slash comes through, and we're getting close to two more. I don't think the Gyarados is going to be able to get the two charge moves, and a Hydro Cannon, even resisted from this range, might be enough. Opponent doesn't even shield it, and that's going to be enough to take it out from half HP. Opponent, no shielding. That's amazing. Good game. Well played. Into the next game. You see, normally when somebody sends me a Shoutcast, it's like, I overcame this really bad lead. I had a really awesome time doing it. But, dude, freaking Zapdos? This is as core breaker as you get. Goodness. Tessa, welcome in. I hope you're appreciating this as much as we are because, oh, it's a boost. All right, never mind, we're good. That's how we do it. See the Night Slash boost? See, even Tessa would be proud of that. Look, if you don't turn on Do Not Disturb while you're recording these, I'm probably going to comment on notifications that pop up. You knew what you signed up for when you sent in the battles, but thank you for doing it anyway. Going to shield up to win switch here. Unfortunate that we have to give up the shield here, but it's kind of necessary. Zapdos just cannot be let loose on the rest of this team. And there's a Grand Bull in the... How do you win this? I need to know. How do you win this? Do they just no shield the Earthquake? No, they don't shield the Earthquake! There's an S-Cav in the back! What are you What? Okay, alright, hold up. This team makes this team makes no sense. They go for the acid spray, and Sam Squatch calls it. Dude, I'm more out of my mind right now than anything. I don't even need to see Greninja sweep right now. This is ridiculous. Okay, we're in the game here. No, this is a game right here. We're gonna shield up, go for the Scald, and then I'm pretty sure that Greninja just outpaces to a move and doesn't get one shot here. Going for an Ice Punch bait. Opponent in. Their back is against the wall after tanking that Earthquake. And by the way, I forgot the boom because I was just so... Here you go. I'm going to give you another one because you deserve it. 2 Booms for the price of 1 because I hate Grand Bull. Dude, you just come farm down with Greninja. You're chilling. Greninja sweeps teams. That's exactly what this video is about, right? This is definitely a poliwrath. Okay. Clefable in the lead. This is manageable, right? So you stay in. Okay. Opponent's running Charm on Clefable. So this is very good. I would have probably gone one more for the timing there because you get to Earthquake on 9. Technically, you want to go for the timing on 10. Opponent just takes it on the chin here, and you get to the Night Slash, and you're going to be able to threaten a shield off of this Clefable. And this is really good that you see this up front because you really don't want to see it in the back. And the opponent comes in with a bubble Poliwrath. I think these battles were done at what did it say? It was like rank 15, somewhere around there. So yes, there's still some spice. These were definitely submitted within the last rotation, so there are still some spicy battlers in the ranks, but that's okay. I only just got to rank 20 and ace myself on Saturday, so it still takes some time, but goodness, these teams are absolutely off the walls right now. The opponent running Bubble is absolutely very good news for the Poliwrath on Sam Squatch's side because they're going to be able to tank any one move that this Poliwrath is sending, and despite the attack drop, able to farm down anyway. Opponent having that Clefable, but you know, Poliwrath looks to win CMP against the Clefable here, I think. Ice Punch is going to take out Clefable. What do they have in the back? It's a Charizard! Oh, we're looking for that Charizard, baby. Going to go for the Scald. This has to get the shield. There's no chance the opponent just doesn't shield this. They have to, right? So does the opponent throw... Oh, they're running Fire Spin. What am I worried about? They're running Fire Spin. Now, if the opponent was running Wing Attack, I don't know if they farm all the way down, but Greninja absolutely would get to a move with 2 shields here, so it doesn't really matter what fast move they're running. Trying to go for a catch, unfortunately failing it, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The Hydro Cannon like one-shots 15 Charizards anyway, so it's just, that's all. They don't even bother to blow the bubbles. Greninja, look, Greninja's laughing at the opponent. Greninja, you're not supposed to do that. We're friendly here. We're supposed to not make fun of people, but here you are laughing at the opponents. That's not nice. Got a good lead in the next match. We've got Gliscor into a Kanto Muck running Poison Jab, so I imagine that because they're playing this out in the lead, there's a good chance that the Muck is core broken by what's in the back. Now, I think a good play here would definitely be, now you have the bulk of the non-shadow Gliscor, so I would be shielding the Dark Pulse, but you could certainly make a play to try and catch that energy on the Poliwrath. Earthquake goes through, dude! Nobody's respecting the Gliscor today. Gliscor just goes straight for Earthquakes and nobody even cares. It's not Gligar. It doesn't have Dig. It doesn't have Aerial Ace. This one's got Earthquake. Now we're respecting it. But if you farm all the way down, we get to another one. So, okay, that's fine, yeah. Gliscor has done its job here. So we come in with the Poliwrath, I imagine, here to counter down the opponent's Poliwrath, doing more damage. I don't even know if they really have an energy lead, to be honest. Poliwrath comes in. Yeah, this is the call here, I think. And then I think you just go for the Scald because the Ice Punch does pitiful damage into opposing Poliwrath. But yeah, we're going to see a no shield here. Opponent's going for Scald, hoping for that attack debuff, but they don't get it. And then Sam Squatch's Poliwrath is going to go for the Scald here, looking for some chip damage. That won't KO either, but it's going to get it pretty low. And I think that you could safely just leave 2 shields for Greninja, and it probably just beat whatever's in the back. No one are looking at Typhlosion or something in the back. Let's see what's in the back here. Opponent has a Giratina with Shadow Claw. Yeah, they win. That's it. That's it. You just throw a bunch of Night Slashes into this Giratina. You win. That's it. So, yep, here we go. We're going to go for the sweep. You can easily no shield a move here if you want to. Giratina does not do enough damage, and there we go. No shielding the Dragon Claw. Absolutely going to be able to. Now, throwing on alignment, again, if you're trainers in this position and you're using a 3-turn move like Water Shuriken into a 2-turn move like Shadow Claw, you definitely want to be throwing on the odds, so 1, 3, 5, 7, etc. That's going to give you much better timing, and there's a boost. And, I mean, if Greninja could do it any harder, here's a nail. And the Giratina's got a coffin down here. You just right into the coffin, dude. There's nothing you can do. You just go for it, man. Oh, the opponent makes a catch, but the Night Slash is hit just a little too late, and the refund occurs a bit. I think that I don't think it matters. I think that Greninja probably still gets to a move and lives even Dragon Claw anyway. And you get the BM boost because why not, dude? This Greninja is an absolute. There's a name for Greninjas like you. And they don't respect anybody. You just straight up said, you know what? Dude, XL Whimsicott, hold up. I actually respect this person's spice. I wish I had an XL Whimsicott. Dude, that's pretty ballsy. I love it. We got to stay in here because both Greninja and Poliwrath are pretty much just destroyed by Whimsicott. Opponent going in for the Charizard. Greninja's going to come in here, but unfortunately for Greninja, it does have to be careful in the 2-shield matchup because it does not quite win if the opponent goes for Dragon Claws. You can even live 1 Dragon Claw here, but the wing attacks afterwards are going to eviscerate you. I've played this matchup. Opponent goes for the Blast Burn, full sending it, and now they're going to be able to take switch, and now Greninja doesn't even get to the move. Okay. Yes. Yes. The answer is just yes. Okay, Gliscor comes in, goes for the Night Slash, and I'm not able to breathe because the intensity of this match is just too much for me. Blast Burn. Dude! Alright, hold up. We're going to hit the kaboom button for that one because that hurts. Alright? Gonna go for the Ice Punch. We have to shield something here, so shielding the Charizard is going to be the play. I think that this person has a single move Charizard just going Blast Burn because they don't need to do anything else. Blast Burn is guaranteed damage or shields for them. It's easy. And now the opponent has another Pokemon in the back, and they've got Chandelure. Oh, goodness. If this Chandelure takes a Scald, it's over. So the opponent, probably knowing this, is going to go for a Flame Charge bait, or just get one shot. Okay. The opponent letting Whimsicott come in to finish this game is probably the play here. I'm pretty sure that Poliwrath does not get the 2 Ice Punches before the opponent gets to 2 Seed Bombs, and this is pretty much a good game here. So, well played, but unfortunately for this Poliwrath, it's just not going to have the energy that it needs to get through the Whimsicott. Whimsicott, a ridiculously good core breaker to this team, and I don't even think winning Switch matters here, because it just has such good play into the whole team, but you know what? When you're team building, you really don't need to account for Whimsicott because you're never going to see it. That's the only trainer in the entire Ultra League probably running a Whimsicott. All right. Well, at least it's not running Waterfall, right? Goodness. Charm Primarina. You talk about some core breakers. We've seen Zapdos, Whimsicott, Primarina. How many other... I mean, I'm sure there's other ones, but at least the Earthquake lands. So the opponent not respecting Earthquake, and now a Swampert comes in, and we're going to be able to either catch the move or the opponent has to go for the Hydro Cannon here before they get to the Earthquake. The Earthquake would absolutely do a ton of damage, but it would not one-shot, so maybe we go for the Earthquake and look for the catch here. Unfortunately, going one too soon, so the opponent can freely just go straight for an Earthquake here and do a ton of damage to this Poliwrath. Or they can just go for Sludge Wave. That's fine, too. I'm certainly not opposed to the opponent going for Sludge Wave. That's a spicy moveset. I can dig it. So Scald is going to do a lot of damage here and would take out the Swampert. So they do get the shield. And, man, Sam Squat's living life on the edge here. He's got 13% battery, I think. All right, Poliwrath losing CMP to the Swampert. I think we have to just let this one go here. Maybe Gliscor can get a farm down on the... Maybe this opponent doesn't have the HP to get to another Hydro Cannon against the Gliscor. So let's see what they choose to do. Comes in with Greninja and looks for a farm down, and I like that play as well. This is a Hydro Cannon. I think you can no-shield this and see what they come in with in the back. There's no Primarina left, and oh, they've got a Charizard, and it's also running the Fire Spin fast move. Easily just go for 2 Hydro Cannons here and take out this Charizard, and that's going to be a good game. Well played. Yeah, there's nothing. Charizard just gets straight one-shot by Greninja with Hydro Cannon. There's just nothing it can do. Just absolute clappage. Taking out Charizard, and that's going to be a good game. Well played. Getting into the next game, we've got a Sceptile, more spice on the lead, and more core breakers. Dude, I have a Shadow Sceptile, and I really want to run it. I think I will. Like, that'll be like my post-Legend spice if I hit Legend this season. As I'm just going to run... I'm just going to run Sceptile. So once again, the 3 versus 2 turn move speed there, letting the opponent getting a full free Bullet Seed in there was very unfortunate. And they're going for Breaking Swipes here. They've probably got Breaking Swipe Earthquake or Breaking Swipe Leaf Blade, so you really can't swap out of this. But, I mean, the free energy that the opponent's getting here is not helping this matchup at all, unfortunately. And no boosts here, so we're hoping that Poliwrath can come in and maybe shield once. Opponent just going for Leaf Blades, going for... Yeah, you have to come in with Poliwrath here. I think the opponent thankfully gave up a shield, so if you have to, you can absolutely give a shield back. Or just call the Breaking Swipe here if you like. I think you just go for a shield. Yeah, the Leaf Blade was... It would be silly of them not to go for the Leaf Blade, but Poliwrath loaded on energy, even shields. The opponent had... a rock type, didn't get to see it, but they peekabooed into the Giratina, and into the Giratina's getting met by the Greninja, and this is game over because the energy that's left on the Poliwrath is enough to completely finish this game up, no matter what rock type. I reckon it was probably a Regirock, if I'm being honest. Opponent hoping for a boost on the Ancient Power. Didn't see if they got it due to the CMP. Or not CMP, they still went for a move. But due to the quick, fast charge moves there. Gonna go for another charge move against the Greninja. Don't think it really matters. Going for another Ancient Power. Maybe they're running like Shadow Sneak Ancient Power. I don't know. I don't mind the going for the move on alignment here just to make sure that you get to it without having to shield. Opponent going for a shield here and throwing the energy, afraid of the Greninja getting another move. Poliwrath is in a dominating position here to just go ahead and throw an Ice Punch counter down. Regirock comes in, not going to be able to do much because Poliwrath has 2 Skulls loaded, and unless it's got Zap Cannon, it's not one-shotting a Poliwrath in the Ultra League. So absolute carnage here, and I mean, with all that HP, there's no way that Poliwrath gets KO'd by the Giratina despite it double resisting those counters. You just go for an Ice Punch here and you take the game, and that's going to be a good game. Unless the opponent's got Shadow Force and got a 15 Shadow Claws that we didn't see on screen. Going for the Dragon Claw. So Giratina in the Greninja matchup, you typically want to be going for like maybe 1 Asian power, but you want to go for Dragon Claws just for the consistent damage. But well played, good game. Let's see what's going to break this whole team in the next game. Gliscor into Haxorus. Okay, that's not so bad. Haxorus on the lead, you're resisting the counter damage. Opponent is going to go for a Breaking Swipe probably right away here. Poliwrath, you can't really swap out though, but Poliwrath does have Ice Punch, which helps this matchup a bit. But Greninja absolutely cannot see this Haxorus. It doesn't get outpaced, but the Water Shuriken and Hydro Cannon are resisted, which makes this a very bad matchup. Now, thankfully, the second move for Gliscor, it does outpace with 4 on the second Night Slash, so able to get to another move here. Opponent not shielding, getting an attack boost. You have to conserve this Gliscor, I feel. No, he's going to let it go. Breaking Swipe is going to come dangerously close to taking out this Gliscor, but having a Night Slash banked for later, maybe going in straight to the Poliwrath. This person has a Wing Attack Charizard, and Scald is going to be enough damage, and even the Swampert is going to have to do it. There's a Charizard in the back. This team is super smart when there's Charizards in the back, because water types, I hear, are really good against Charizard. Dude, I get an attack drop. You could even tank the Earthquake here. So this is really good for Sam Squatch. He's going to be able to tank an Earthquake, no problem. Go for another Scald. Opponent can't farm down here, especially not after that attack drop. And that's going to give Greninja all it needs to sweep this back line with Hydro Cannon and the new Water Shuriken. Both of these being recent Community Day moves, getting that counter on the fast move for Poliwrath, and Greninja getting Hydro Cannon. Water Shuriken did get introduced on the Community Day, but it is not Legacy. So Greninja, oh yeah, Greninja just comes in, and the opponent just knows what's coming, so they top left. Good game, that's it, well played. Oh, rank 12, 13. Okay, that's fine. Charizard in the lead in this game here. Going to stay in with the Gliscor, I imagine. No, going straight to Poliwrath here, taking super effective damage from those wing attacks, but those counters do add up. Opponent going to go for a move here. You don't even have to shield this because it's a Blast Burn, and it's resisted. But the opponent is going to make a pivot into their Swampert. Swampert is not a very good response to Poliwrath on this particular situation. The opponent is going to have to throw an Earthquake. I don't even know. Actually, a Hydro Cannon might KO here since there was no attack debuff, but we're going to just let it go and find out. Yeah, that's going to be just enough to KO. So Gliscor, I think, is a risky bring in here, but I think you have to, just to give oh my goodness, I can't speak, to give Greninja a chance to farm down the Swampert and sweep. The opponent doesn't really seem to have a good answer to a good answer to water types here. So going to be able to go for the Night Slash before this opponent's Swampert gets to another Hydro Cannon, and that's going to hopefully leave Greninja in a place to succeed, as the opponent drained all of their energy into that Blast Burn before swapping out. So now they've got a Wall Rain, and now you've got to come in with the Greninja here, looking to potentially need to go for some boosts here. And Wall Rain has those mind games of being able to use Earthquake. So you have to be careful of the Earthquake. Going for the move right away on the CMP. Don't know if that was enough for an Earthquake. I wasn't counting, but we're going to see if Sam Squatch decides to shield this. I feel like it might just be a bait, and I think you could safely no-shield it, to be honest. Yep, that was an Icicle Spear there. I mean, that would have been a game-winning call, I think, had they decided to no-shield. This is definitely not enough for an Earthquake, so you don't shield this at all. Icicle Spear comes through. Shielding at the last second. Unfortunate that now Walrein is now 2 shields up and has freedom to go for the Earthquake. Yeah, if you're looking to go for an Earthquake here, you've absolutely got to... Okay, look, we're back in it. We caught the move on Gliscor. Was this an Earthquake? It was the Earthquake catch. The opponent no-shielding it. Brings in the Charizard. Looks for the farm down on the Charizard. I don't think that this is going to be enough, though. It may be too little too late, as 2 shields on the Greninja here, or 2 moves on the Greninja is going to be necessary to take out the Charizard, but I don't think they have it. Nope, they're going to be short, and I don't think a Blast Burn is going to be enough, or is going to be enough to KO here. And if it's not, we'll see. Blast Burn, not enough. Opponent getting farmed down, going for the Night Slashes. Does the opponent go down to another Night Slash here? Let's find out if Night Slash is enough to kill the Walrein. It's not. It's going to get shield. Is the second one, is that unboosted Night Slash going to be enough to take it out? No! Living with just a little bit of HP. Unfortunately, Walrein will get the KO here and take out Greninja. Almost, that was almost well done. Really nice core breaker here. Not really a core breaker, I guess, but Blastoise in the lead does not, doesn't do too well here against the Poliwrath. They're staying in, probably banking some energy. They do need to keep it aligned to the Gliscor, but Poliwrath does have Scald. And the counter damage is kind of ripping through. Now, the opponent waits a while to come in with that Clefable. Maybe they thought that they could get some energy on the Blastoise and then just, you know, bring in their Clefable and win switch. But you have to be very careful when you let the opponents get a huge energy lead like that, because now they may be forced to shield this Clefable, whereas before, had they just come straight in, they would have been able to just charm down. Now, Gliscor is going to have to deal with a loaded Blastoise and an... Goodness, the brain has gone. And a Clefable that has done quite a bit of farming. So, gonna no-shield this move here. Going for the Meteor Mash against the Gliscor. Gliscor going for Night Slash in order to try and chip down and then farm down. And then we're gonna have to look to Greninja once again for a sweep here with a shield up. Let's see if the Greninja can handle it. Going for the Night Slash here. I think because it's charm, definitely could have gone for a full farm down here. But Greninja's got to come in and hopefully absorb the energy. The opponent has a Fire Spin Blaziken. You could not ask for a better thing to have in the back. If that was a Blaziken with counter, absolutely a bad thing to see. But the opponent staying in here, not coming into their Blastoise, maybe wanting to keep it in line with the Gliscor, but the opponent will not be able to survive this Hydro Cannon. Blaziken is about to get one shot here. And in comes the Blastoise, which has very little HP remaining. I actually think that a Night Slash would almost be enough to KO here. So shielding 2 moves and going for the Night Slash is probably going to be enough here for Greninja to KO. I actually don't know off the top of my head. Let me know in the comments. Does a resisted Hydro Cannon or a neutral Night Slash do more damage? I actually don't know. But go for the Night Slash. You get back-to-back in case it doesn't KO. This is going to be a good game. Very well played. Awesome games. All right. That was amazing. Sam Squatch, once again, thank you so much for sending in these battles. I love watching Greninja go to work. Did very well with the Poliwrath. And Gliscor, I have a love for Gliscor, dude. That thing is so fun. So anyway, thank you all so much for watching this video. We're going to catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.